Boom! Whoa! Whoa! Anybody here? Rise and shine. Yeah, man. Boom! Stop, 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 stop. Have you heard? Love is given away. Ain't no need to pay. Have you heard about the love train? It's coming your way today. Have you heard? Love is given away. Ain't no need to pay. Have you heard about the love train? It's coming your way today. Ha! Boom! Let's take a look around and realize that stress is nothing. I'm here. I'm here. Have you heard about the love train? It's coming your way today. Boom! He's here. The love train. Yeah. Hold on. Let me get my setup. Keep the warrior spirit alive. I must in Babylon, for sure. Babylon's wicked, so we must keep our warrior spirit alive and, fight every day. Every day it's a struggle. Every day it's a fight. Every day it's a new rise. It's a new way to a new opportunity, to make it happen for us. To make not only in our personal life, but for the world. Every day we rise more. We're going through this massive awakening, and it's very, very encouraging. Me, anyway, every day I pick up signs around that it's getting there. It's getting there. The uprising is happening. We cannot deny that. The uprising is happening. It's not something that anyone can say, oh, no, we're all living dead. No, we're not all living dead. There's a lot of people waking up. Not only, it's not only the one that don't fit in that normally wake up. It's the norks that start to wake up. So it's very, very encouraging. When you think about that, just look back 10 years ago. I don't think we were that much advanced in our collective journey. We have made huge progress, even though there's still a lot of confusion, lot of illusion. We can feel like the world is very big and we're very small, but it's only in your mind. It's only in your mind if you feel like it, but you can feel like you belong here and that you're here for a mission and this and that. I told you all this before. Very important to keep that spirit alive because they will try to break you for sure. There's a lot of stuff in society that is they're not necessarily, it's not stuff that we put there necessarily to break us, but the collectivity has built up mechanism to break people's mind, to blow their mind. So, it's easy to see why people are depressed these days. A lot of people are depressed. We can't get enough of what we don't want. The other day, I went in Montreal. You should have seen the traffic there. You should see the traffic in Montreal. It's just freaking insane. It has no... I do it once in a while and I'm freaking out. Imagine you're stuck in there every day, 2 hours, 3 hours in traffic. That blows your mind totally. That something to drive someone nuts. I don't know how they can sustain that. You have to be really in a trance and I don't know. There's me. I was working night shift when I was working in Montreal, so I was doing the opposite direction. I had no traffic, but I would have never sit in traffic for 3 hours a day. Never. I would have changed my job. I would have done anything to not have to suffer this. It's me. It drives me nuts. I know you can put stuff in your car during traffic, like you can put motivational tapes, listen to motivational tapes while you're in traffic. You can maximize that time in traffic that you're stuck there. I understand for some people it's their reality. If it is, maximize it, put motivational tapes during the time you're stuck in traffic. That's what I used to do. I always have CDs in my car with motivational speaker on it. It's very important for me to keep the vibe flowing. This is what we got to do. And anybody is like that. Whether I don't care who you are, you have to keep your vibe flowing. That's a reality for everybody. So when you wake up in the morning, you're not automatically motivated. You have to put yourself in that state of mind. And that's like that for everybody that has to do something with their life or that's doing something with their life. They have to, come on, take action. It comes with action. You cannot expect... it's good to visualize it's good to visualize. You can visualize all your life, but at one point you have to take action if you want to see it happen. You know, it can become a reality. Everything you think about can become a reality. There's no obstacle to that. It's your state of mind that determines your reality, but it's also the action you take. Like, you cannot just sit there, expect to visualize and visualize your dream and your goals and expect to come to you, boom, like that. No, it's going to take massive action. It's going to require a lot of patience, a lot of patience, a lot of, lots of action, especially lots of actions and patience. But if you rise in love with patience, you win. You win. If you rise in love with patience, if you can be patient enough to make it happen, because sometimes it can be a year thing, many years before you, first of all, even starting a business, the first year, you're not really making money. You save because you want to reinvest. The second year, probably the same. The third year, you're starting to make a little something. The fourth, so it takes a lot of time. Takes a lot of time and dedication. You got to put your whole heart into it. That's why you have to do it with love. That's why you have to do something you love, because you have to pour your whole heart into it. So it's for sure it comes with a massive involvement from your partner, from to discover your power. Also the power to resolve, the power to find solution, the power to find. We have the. We've been given this life. It's not because we can figure it out. We can figure out everything about our life, even our disease and all the stuff. We have everything here to make sense of and to cure us and everything. Abundance on earth. There's abundance here for everyone also that has abundance inside. But if you're closed up to the world and you don't express yourself, or you don't, it's very important to speak to the world. Put your hand to your heart. Put your hand to your heart and speak to the world. That's what the world needs. The world needs, or write, or paint, or do something that's going to inspire others. This is what we got to do to bring the vibrations higher. It's to inspire each other. We cannot count on Babylon to inspire us, or take care of us, or bring us on the journey. It's not Babylon that's going to do that. So it's up to each and every individual on this new earth. On this new earth that we are building together, that we have to really come together. Come together is not come together at the same place. It's coming together with our state of mind. Progress is the only thing that we have. Aiming forward, going forward is the aim, for sure. And that's where we're going. We're going forward. We cannot say we're going backwards. I think we have done a lot of progress. We're doing even more. Day by day, we're making progress, and more people are realizing also the nonsense in the world. There's a lot. I can enumerate all the nonsense. It would be here for all summer. It's filled with illusion, filled with magician. So it's very... me, I laugh at it now because what am I going to do? Cry on it? It's like, come on. It's so huge, and I've never seen it myself. I was totally... not totally blind, because I was always some kind of seeker, but never never enough to reach my full power and my full get into a state of awakening. This is the thing. You have to get yourself to the state that you're awakening, not just you're existing. Because I was always like a rebel in a certain way, but still just with the default state, the default state of humanity, and just doing my job and this and that, and coming home and, looking for my 2 weeks vacation a year, and my dog and my children, and the default state. But I realized that it's much more than that. Like I was, like everybody, doing my thing, paying bills and stuff. But that's not just that. Life is not only this. This is the thing. Yes, we have to probably do it, unless you are very like the other day I was driving my car. I'm going to pay my license. I'm like, why the heck do I have to pay this? But if I would have never consent at first, I have to pay it now each and every year, because I consented. I let go of my rights at the beginning. But if I would have never consent to need a driver's license, other than I think they should, you require driver license if you drive from 16 to 18. But when you get to 18-year-old, which is the majority here in Quebec. I don't even think you need a driver's license if you never consent to have one, to need one. It's because we consent to all their stuff. But now I'm stuck paying for it because I consented once. You know, this is what we do. We consent to this, to this, to that. And that builds the society and the rules and the laws and all the stuff that there to influence our everyday life. So it's very clear to me that, yeah, I don't see the chat here. How come? Hold on. Okay, you're there. I couldn't see the chat. I thought there was nobody in the chat. There's 7 viewers. I'm there talking and I don't see the chat. Okay, I see you now. Jay, boom. Jay is there. Queen Leslie is there. Big up. Yes, parking up a Dubo. Woohoo, pain be gone, yeah. Jay's in the tube. Jay's in the tube. In the tube of YouTube. That's where we, we have the opportunity. We're so fortunate to have internet, even though some people look at it like madness, but you can look at everything as being madness. It's the use we do of it. The use we do of what we like internet. We're so fortunate to have that, to communicate together, to build strength, to carry on. You know, that's our job, to carry the truth. I think we came here for something. Like I say all the time, it must be carrying the truth. That must be it, and that's carrying yourself. Carrying, what's the truth? The truth is what it is. Look around, there's all kinds of truth. Some are dormant on their truth, some are not. But that's the joy of connecting also with people that live their truth. Is very, very encouraging to see other people that see through the illusion of what we've been told, that we have to, comply to everything. And no, we're moving out this kind of a conceived reality that we've been given. And we're exploring the world in a total different way, in a very, it's a new hurt. Like I said, it's a new hurt. It's a new, it's a decade of consciousness. People are becoming very, very more conscious. Like, people are asking questions. We are allowed to ask questions, like on especially what we've been taught from Babylon. Very, very important to question everything that Babylon has thrown at us, because there's lots of lies in there. And if you seek, you will find. So it's just to seek and find. But if you sit on your butt and watch TV, you're not going to see a revolution on television. It's not going to be televised. The revolution's probably happening on YouTube. That's where it's starting, the revolution on YouTube. And a lot of people are, soon we will find out who are the real revolutionaries. Yeah, and we're starting to find out. We're starting to find out who are the real revolutionaries. Burn Babylon. For sure, Babylonian, you're going down. They're going to feel the pain. They're going to feel the pain. For sure, they're feeling it now. They're feeling it now because there's less and less people. It's just not, it's just that you have to stop attaching your vibration to their madness, because you have to take massive action towards the place where you live in. Go out in the street and protest, and no, just stop attaching your vibration to the madness. Realize what is the madness you're doing yourself, that the harm you're creating yourself, and change your ways. You've changed your world. This way you'll have changed the world. If you can change the way you see things and the stuff you do in your life that is not very good for the whole, you start changing that, your whole will change. That's what happened. The fire is blazing, Babylon. For sure, fire blaze. Fire is blazing big time. It's not a matter of, it's just a matter of time before there is a lot, like it's a tsunami coming at them. It's not one big stone. There's one big stone coming at them, but it's also a tsunami of truth. This is what's happening. Everybody is like in tune more and more with themselves, with the divinity inside themselves, and realizing that we don't have to seek in a temple to find your divine essence and God, or whatever you want to call it. There's many. God to me is it's the divine. It's but certainly not the God from the Vatican. They have a special God. I don't know who's their God, but they're certainly not the same as. This is what we do. We put their God, like we think that their God that they're preaching to, I don't know if it's Lucifer or something, but it's certainly not the same vibration as we have inside. It's not compatible. I'm not very tempted to go to those people to guide me in life. I prefer I have my own guidance, put my own GPS on, and just go on in life and follow my art. I follow my art most of all, and I think that's what's very important, to follow your art in everything that you do. Because if you don't follow your art, you'll probably end up with regret. You don't want to die with regret. No one wants to die with regret. So to start taking action today. I can, like I say all the time, I can go in peace now because I know that I have brought out enough of myself to be at peace now. But I'll bring out more, but it's just, I don't know when's going to be my time. So I just keep on going and going and going and just rising and rising to the occasion that I have life. I have life. That's the only thing I need. That's the thing. We become so needy that we think we don't have what it takes to face the world, but we have what it takes. We have life. That's the most precious thing we have. But we're so arrogant with life that even that we don't even give thanks for it. I've never give thanks for life. This is what I'm doing here this morning, is giving thanks for life. I'm very, very thankful, grateful for being alive. That I could not be here. I know I'm a champion. I have the heart of a champion, the heart of a lion. I survived millions of sperm to make it here this morning. Just that makes of me a real champion. So now I just got to work on myself to perfect those skills, to perfect those that mission that I've been given. But nothing's gonna come and just show up to you. It's gonna meet you. Like the moment you start taking action, your purpose is gonna meet you. Your destiny is gonna come and meet you. But you have to take action. You have to take action. Just take massive action. Just don't count the cost. Don't count the cost. Just take massive action. Look the amount of video I still put out today. I'm still having that same mindset of action, 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 because this is what it takes to create a shift. You want to create a shift in your awareness, in your being. So it's very important to constantly take action in the direction of good. If you do good, good will follow you. That's simple. There's stuff very, very simple, but we seem to go astray a bit sometimes. Like for me, I went astray for about 10 years, getting back into the madness of it started with eating chicken wings 10 years ago, and then I was gone. Once I realized all the madness I was creating by eating flesh and stuff, that was a big awakening. And I think that's a massive probably a starting point for many people, is to realize that what we eat is not very sustainable for our temples. You want to put alkaline food in your body, no more acidic food and stuff like that. But it's just, we have to learn all these stuff. It's not taught to us. I've discovered that I had to have an alkaline body when I listened to Tony Robbins in a speech, that it was better to be alkaline than acidic. I had no clue about it. No, you see how ignorant we are. You see how ignorant we are. It goes far, the ignorance. It goes very far, because before I listened to Tony Robbins 4 years ago, I wasn't even aware of the alkalinity of the body, that it was important that your blood stays alkaline. Like the water you drink is the pH is neutral, but your pH should be neutral too. These kind of stuff that you can test your P and your pH and your P. I didn't know that. We're so ignorant and arrogant with life. We think we know everything. And then we get sick and stuff like that, and we wonder why. Come on. We're so arrogant and ignorant that even when we get sick, we wonder why we get sick. We hate bad food all our life. We trashed our bodies all our life. We either with stuff we put on our skin, solar cream and stuff like that. The other day I was on the side of the river. That's pathetic. When I see that, it's totally mad, total pure programming. The lady comes down on the rock. There's a bit of sun. Starts spraying herself with the solar cream and stuff. I'm like, what is that? This fucking Twilight Zone or what? Am I in a Twilight Zone here? And then I start smelling that stuff. I'm there. Come on, I have to smell it on top. I start walking away. It's like This is pure programming, thinking that the sun is going to hurt you. Of course, if you stay in the sun and you bake like a piece of bacon, for sure you're gonna have sunburn. But there's things you switch a bit into the shade, into the sun, and you cover yourself. But you don't put solar cream or stuff on your skin. Your skin is a very important organ. Anything you put on your skin go inside. Be very conscious of that. Me, I only put coconut oil on my skin. Only any irritation, any rash, any coconut oil. That's all I put, because I know that's what is best for me. I don't put no cream that I buy in the store that's full of chemicals in there. Read the labels. They even tell you what's in those cream, and check the ingredient that's in there. Me, the only thing I put is one ingredient, coconut oil, and it does everything. It cures a lot of stuff. It's gonna help you, especially with rash and stuff like that. Come on, we have everything in nature. We don't need the chemicals from Babylon to get healthy. It's not like that we're going to develop a healthy plan. We're not going to develop a healthy plan listening to Babylon. Like at one point, we have to look around and smell the grass and see that the grass is really green and it's worth smelling it and worth making change in our habits and just in our behavior, in our habits. I don't know, maybe most people do things unconsciously out of habit anyway. They don't question it, and they just been told, oh, you have to put solar cream. They seen it on TV. They seen it on TV that you have to put solar cream. So they put solar cream. We're very, very programmed by the TV. The TV is there to program people. Me, I'm off of this box a long time, but the majority of the people are hooked on the TV. That's a reality. And not the majority are not on YouTube. They're on the TV. A lot of people are migrating from the TV to YouTube. But the majority of people are on TVs, very programmed, very distracted, and their mind totally not present because they don't question. They're not conscious. So they're not present in the moment. When you become conscious of your consciousness, you become very present in the moment. Then you can sense all these things. That you become very attuned with stuff that, hey, before I was never questioning, like just putting cream on yourself and stuff. Like I was doing it too. I was buying vacuum cream and stuff, and it's full of chemicals in there. Like no more. I changed a lot of stuff. Have changed in the. Yeah, infused coconut oil is great for everything. Yeah, I was on my lunch break when I discovered Flat Earth. One video was all it took. Yeah, me too. I had many sleepless nights for a month realizing the truth of the massive lies. Yeah, I was confused at the beginning, me. I was confused on the people around me, but the flat earth thing, to me that the earth not being a ball is just common sense. It's common sense. It's impossible. You can explain me how the water holds on the ball. Like it's common sense that it's just impossible. Impossible. That's what it is. But no, for me, I was confused at the beginning because I was like I've discovered how powerful I was and everything. So you end up a bit confused. But now I'm totally at peace with all this. First of all, I don't force it. But I never forced it on people. I just go on with my thing. I'm not. It's not something that I hold back to talk about. Really, Flat Earth is common sense for me. So you're not gonna have a debate with me for stuff like that. It's just common sense. Why we would debate something that is common sense? We're gonna debate something that if you have proof of something and I have proof of something, then we can debate. But no one has proof of where we live. So we're going to debate what? We're going to debate what? Nobody knows. Nobody has went high enough. I don't even think these evil people in power knows. Maybe they know. Maybe they know. They have means of exploration, but I think the earth is way too big. Way too big. Way too massive. It's not something that the earth, the way I see it, the earth is everything in creation. And this is the universe is the earth. Like there is no, I don't see no space. You can close your eyes and go in the dark, you'll see space. That's probably the only, and that's the place of space consciousness that you have to attain. But space, I don't see space. I see, what I see is a very, very huge realm of existence. And that's where we are. And like, to see how far it goes, and I think it's just super, super massive. It's the earth. It's the earth. It is what it is. It's creation, and I don't see I don't think there's people coming from outer space. This is just pure fantasy, but that's what we create, a lot of fantasy. We imagine stuff through movies too. That's why they program us with movies, the Star Wars and all that stuff. It's very important for them to program us. I was probably absorbed by the space thing because of all the Star Wars I watched when I was young. I was big on this stuff. Oh, me, I was playing the disc when I was had it. Just another thing. Look at the vinyl. White 33 turn. I thought about this, the 33 tours. Pourquoi ils appellent ça des 33 tours? It's round, it's flat, 33 tours. 33 turn. Like all this is very, very programmed. They program they also like put it straight in our face. It's all in our face. Like we cannot deny that the truth is hidden. The truth is not something hidden. It's people hiding from the truth. But the truth is not hidden. It's in plain sight. They don't hide the sun. The sun is right there. You can look at it and make sense that it's not 93 million miles away. When you look on the air, especially when there's a sunrise or a sunset, the lights being very, very boom, going away. Like if it would be on a ball with the sun for 93 million miles away, the light would vanish all in the same on the same terminator line. Now it's very, very gradual when it rises, when it so that tells us that it's local. It's not it's in the realm. I can tell you where it is, how it functions, and everything. It's way too deep. It's stuff way too deep for me to explain you. But I can sense that there is something very divine with the whole thing. A very intelligent design. Very intelligent design with all this. I think we can all perceive that. But to make sense, I think we should love things in a sacred manner also, and not always trying to make sense of everything and have the answers and explanation for everything. Like pretty much that's what's going on YouTube. Everybody has their own explanation for this, the moon, I don't think first of all, you cannot go to the moon. You'll probably freeze your ass, and you cannot go to the sun. You'll probably burn. So who knows what? Like you can look at it with any objective that you want. You still have a 2D vision. So what, like, I don't know if anybody knows more about this. Like, this is not really my focus on the everyday either, to really go deep into the overstanding of the functioning of the sun. It intrigues me. Yeah, every day I look at it, I'm very intrigued. For sure, I'm intrigued at the bird coming to my gallery this morning. I had a robin and a mourning dove. A mourning dove was on my bird feeder. I'm like, wow, that's cool. So I'm going to put more bird feeders. It's good to feed the birds. I love to feed the birds. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but I love to look at the birds. I love to look at the birds. They're so fascinating. Like I can sit there and just stare at them. It's so inspiring, the birds. I love birds. It's maybe because we all wish to fly like birds, but I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, more I don't know, but the birds are just fascinating for me, and I am not going to start photographing them and everything, but I just like to look at them. I don't need a name on them or this and that. Like people like to go take pictures, to repertoriate them, give them names, give them, that's what we do with things, with everything. We just take out all the beauty and the mystery of it by giving names. Me, I just like to look at the birds. I don't need names. I don't need nothing, no books. Just like to look at it. And they're very, very beautiful. And yeah, birds, lovebird. Here I got staring sparrows. Jay's visiting already. Oh yeah, I love birds. I'm gonna put more bird feeder around my house because I find it's very relaxing to look at them. There's like, and they seems to today the morning dove was turning her head and like looking at me. They seems to feel something. They listen. They have they are a sentient being. They have a, I think they for sure they come on. They have a brain. They breathe. They hear. There's got to be something very divine with them too, and they don't fight. They can live together. They don't. So they probably have higher consciousness than us. I don't know about that, but there's something very special with the birds. And and that morning dove came on the gallery and was like right near my door. I was putting my hand. She was coming in. So they're very, very special. Yeah, creatures. I love birds. Maybe because, but I never really loved birds before. I've never been like, but always loved birds, but not in a way, not being in awe. Now I'm probably in, like, in the very, in a state of bliss and pretty much in front of everything that I get in contact with, because the state of awakening, the state of more positive vibration into my journey, and that those positive vibration affects me on every level. For sure, it comes and affect you on every level. You become more joyful, more. I want to be free like a bird. Yeah, they don't need permits to fish or to go check if the airspace I clear before flying. Exactly. No, that's it. The birds are so wonderful. No, I agree with you. I think we all love birds. We're all birds lover, for sure. Birds have true freedom. They can go anywhere they want. Yeah. The creatures have divine qualities that we can see with the mind's eye. Yeah. This is how I see it. Like, it's weird to explain for me how, but I think I'm communicating with them. Something like that. I think we have abilities to communicate with those animals, like, just not through language, but just through vibes, through our thoughts. And I don't know, they must sense the love. You know, when you're a very lovey person with super good vibration, like me and like all of you, they must sense it. They must sense the good vibration and the frequency, and that's why probably the dove this morning wasn't scared, because I was there just to exchange love, a frequency of love with her. So her or him, I think it was a guy, because he was a bit fat. So I think it was a guy, but yeah, bird guy. How do you say that? Male bird. I don't know if they. Again, how do they make babies? That's another thing I was asking myself. How do birds make babies? Like, I don't know. Do they have an engine or something? I don't know. That's another thing that I would have to check maybe on the internet. I'll check that. But I've never witnessed that live. I saw a dog and things live, but not birds. Des oiseaux accouplés ensemble, j'ai jamais vu ça en direct. Là. Ça serait intéressant de. Would be interesting to see. Yeah, you are. Those birds love showing up for us. Seriously, they love attention from us. I think so. And that's why we must keep feeding them. You know, they count on us too to feed them. That, I think, because there's not too many people that don't have a bird feeder in their yard. So they probably know that we're feeding them, and the relation in between us and them is there, especially the small birds that are not like hunt and stuff. Like, there's crazy people that go hunt birds. Imagine they kill them in the sky and everything. That's crazy. But there's crazy people everywhere doing madness. But yeah, they must. We do have the ability. Sounds crazy to most, but makes sense to the few. I think so. Me, that's what I feel. I feel like I'm communicating with them, even with nature, even with the trees around me. Sometimes I feel. It sounds crazy to some people, maybe. That's probably the only place where I can come and talk about this, because YouTube is very. People have open mind on YouTube, you know, so you can talk about anything, but when you go into Babylon and start talking about these stuff that you communicate with birds and trees and stuff and stones, and they like, whoa. But yeah, everything is consciousness. So I feel a connection with everything around me, and I feel like I can in some way communicate them, not through the language or no, through the vibes, through the thoughts, through. There is something. I don't know if it's telepathy or something, but I feel that stuff. I cannot explain it exactly how it happened and why it happened. My cat always bring me dead birds. Bad cat. He did not even eat them. Yeah, dead birds. Yeah, cats love birds for sure. They go after them. Yeah. Who's here this morning? Oh, Nasir is there. The truth not need to be defeated, to be defended. No, the truth, we don't defend the truth. I will never defend the truth. For sure that we don't need to defend the truth. You let it loose like a lion, it will defend itself. That's what it is. Yeah, and it's loose and it's in plain sight. So why do I need to defend the truth? I just need to speak it. We all just need to speak it, you know, and to get to a new state of New state of mind, and it's a decade of consciousness anyway. There's more and more people looking at reality a different way and asking more questions and stuff. So yeah, it's very, very encouraging to see the growth, that we're doing. It's day by day. It's not gonna. You cannot start freaking out. At the beginning, I was freaking out a bit. I was like, "Hey, is it something gonna happen in 2016 and 2017?" Like that. That's what they put you in the mood. Like on YouTube, a lot of people are stuck in time and want to see it happen like instantly, the change. But it's gonna happen over time. We're very, very deep in the ignorance. So, it's to start educating ourselves first, not listen to Babylon for education, but to start education with yourself. Education starts with yourself. You cannot, you need probably to function in this world to know how to learn, count and read and write and stuff. It's better. Like to communicate with other people, but we cannot count only on this to make an ascension or something, because this is part of the program. So I don't know, it's very deep, the programming that we're under, and it's just being aware of it and start making change day by day in your doings. That's it, and your habits. Put new habits. There's always ways that we can. Have better habits in our life. We're not trees. Like I say all the time, you can change. You're not a tree. Tree can be nothing but a tree. It will be a tree all his life. Do you need to remain in the same place all your life? No. I've decided to explore a bit more what was my possibilities, and I seize the opportunities, and that's it. We're in this as one beautiful family. For sure. For sure, we must learn. We must learn a lot of things. We must learn every day. Every day we must learn something new. And sometimes there's things you think you never need to know. You're gonna need to know one time in your life, and that can save your life because you had that knowledge. I think it's Will Smith that said that. Will Smith is a great guy. I like to watch him. There's lots of great motivational speakers out there. Especially reggae singers. Reggae singers are some of the best motivational speakers out there. I have King Lorenzo. King Lorenzo will probably be on the Truman Show this weekend. I'm working on it. And Naman. I'm contacting his manager, Pierre. Big up, Pierre. I don't know if he's listening now. But to have a Naman on the Truman Show, that would be an honor for sure. It's an honor for you. Every time I connect with people, it's an honor. Even Millie the other day was a great hangout. Great reasoning. I love to reason with people. I don't like to just talk about conspiracies and stuff. I like to reason. I like to use our power of reasoning because I know this is part of the solution. So do I have all the solutions for Babylon? No, I don't have them all, but I don't have to let them do whatever they want, and I can bring my own kind of enlightenment and solutions. I think we're all part of the solutions. It's just to wake it up. Wake up the warrior spirit. The warrior spirit is absolutely necessary, and then because I say warrior, okay, it involves the word war, but this is the kind of spirit you gotta have, like something that unstoppable. You gotta become unstoppable. But not only you have to become unstoppable, but you will become unstoppable. Unstoppable. Nothing will stop you at one point when you gain enough momentum. When you gain enough momentum, nothing can stop you. You're just going on your mission day by day and rising to the occasion every day. And it's a vibe that you feel. You have to feel the vibe. Catch the vibe also. Catch the vibe of life, that it's worth exploring. Life is worth a great deal for us to manifest something. We're here to manifest. We're not here to be just take the subtle ride and no, we're here to manifest something. Manifest your greatness. You have greatness within you. You have greatness upon you. You have greatness all over you. All over me. It's all over. Greatness is all over. I see it all over. I see greatness every time I see someone. But some of us, the greatness is very, it's sleeping dormant. It's sleeping dormant. It's just to dig and to I think it's possible for anybody to reach that state of mind because it's just a state of mind. Greatness is an inside job. Greatness is an inside job. It's no one can bring you to greatness or give you greatness or no, it's an inside job. But you cannot, you don't have to be great to start. This is the thing. You become great. You become a legend as you go on. But you don't have to be great to start. I started. I don't know if I'm great today. I want to become great. I want to become someone. I don't know if I have attained that state yet. I don't want to. I don't give myself too much glory. To me, I'm just scratching the surface. It's very. It's very. It is natural for me to do this, like I say all the time. So I don't know. I keep on digging and digging, and one day I will become someone. I will become legend. I will become what I want to become. What I want to become, what I have envisioned for myself, not what Babylon have envisioned for myself. And I will walk every day, take the walk every day, walk with no fear, every day without fear towards my goal. That's for sure, because this is the one opportunity that I have to make sense of this life, and it's right here and now. So what I'm supposed to do, just remain dormant and not create anything and not create because the motivation is very, very important to stay motivated, especially if you have pain body like me. It's very important to stay motivated, and that's what probably can really feed your motivation. The pain body is very, very motivator. No? It's very motivator to, yeah, for sure. I use it as motivation. I use it as motivation because I could let it destroy me. You can let pain destroy you, or you can build up on it. You can build up on it every day and say, and pain, we all have pain. Eh? Well, we're all under trauma, so we all have some kind of pain. We all have lived enough in life to have developed but it's to not let the pain body for sure I have pain body also because of the world the way it is. It comes and it affects me to see my brothers and sisters being tortured and killed, and we kill animals like crazy, and all this is giving me a big pain body. Chest is giving me chest pain sometimes, but it's that drives me to walk barefoot on the grass more often. I do it. It's that's what I was doing. You're gonna have a video coming. That's exactly what I was doing the other day. I was at my chilling spot and I was just walking barefoot. It's very good on the grass. It's very, very good. I do it often. Very good. Grounding. Yeah. You got to ground yourself. That's what we need. We're not grounded enough with nature. This is what's happening. We're very, very detached with nature because okay, sometimes there's lots of clouds. Like here in Quebec, it's mostly cloudy for the last 3 months. Or the whole winter. Like I haven't seen this. I don't see the sun too much. When there's a sunrise or a sunset, I'm all excited. I'm going outside to chase it. So that means something. We don't see it very often. And that's it. We're very, very detached from all this stuff. First of all, because of our busy, busy life. The rhythm of life is very busy, and we kind of most people also, it's very important for them to build cities. When you build cities and put people into cities, you become very detached from nature because you live in a material world and it's in a city. And like I told to my wife the other day, I would like to move like up north in Quebec and really have. Like, I don't mind having neighbors, but not too close. Like, I would like to have my own. I have no noise around, like no noise, no cars passing by, because here it's a busy street. There's cars, but it wasn't so busy when we moved here. But it got like people are moving more and more outside Montreal because they realize it's crazy. So I'm a bit outside the outskirt Montreal. They say outside of Montreal on the South Shore. So it's a little village, but more and more people are moving out of the big cities, also realizing that it's crazy. So Montreal, I'm done with it. I live maybe 10 years in Montreal, a bit all over in Montreal. I did pretty much all the whole city, but I'm done with this because also it's just pure concrete jungle. There's a few green spots that you can go, like Mount Royal or something like that. But other than that, here it's it's very sometimes it's hard also to reach nature because there's so many. It's such a concrete jungle that it's very hard to reach nature sometimes, especially if you live in the city and you have no cars or something. Like you're stuck in a concrete jungle. All you can do is go to Parc en Grignon or stuff like that. It's very limited. So, but where there's a will, there's a way. I know, but on an everyday basis, I'm talking about. You cannot go. It's not like if you live in Mont-Tremblant. I went to Mont-Tremblant, and I'm telling you, it's nature big time. You can get out your house, go take big walk around the park, go into the forest right there. Like it's more accessible if you live in the outside in the. But this is kind of place I would like to move, Mont-Tremblant, up north in Quebec. It's very nice place, super nature, big time, and in the mountains. In the mountains, I would like to have a house on top of a mountain, just to. Then I would take flight like a bird every morning, looking at the sunrise, see the sunset. Yeah, that's my probably my dream. Yeah, for sure. But it's because also it would be very good for the balance of my emotional state to move out a bit from the madness of Babylon, especially the concrete jungle. Yeah, I wrote down his name. I will check him out. Just so I share. I'm just reading your comments then. Urban sprawl is driving the wildlife into the cities. People get upset when a deer then eats their gardens. Babylon solution, shoot off a certain every year, shaken. Yeah, that's it. That's it. There's more and more wildlife going into the deers and stuff like that, going to the cities because we're taking their space. We're taking their space. There's not too much wildlife. My son was asking me the other day where we can see a bear. He said he would like to see a bear. He would like to see a. I said here around there's not too many wildlife anymore. They have killed them all, or they have moved them, or they don't come. Like bears will not come into cities. They will get scared. Also, it's very unnatural for them. Imagine you're a bear. You're used to live in the wood, in the nature, and all that, and pure like wild bear. And suddenly you enter a city, a concrete jungle of Babylon. Imagine how traumatized you are. Imagine how traumatizing it is for those animals to just face the madness that we have put in place. Like they're not used to. They must be like, "Hey, what is that?" Well, so they must be very unshocked to see this because we would be supposed to live in harmony with nature, and I don't think animals are there to hurt us. They're not there to hurt us. We're there to live in harmony with them, and if you have good vibrations, which is not the state of many people, they will not attack you. They will not harm you for no reason. I don't think that. I think you can also communicate with them, and like even a bunch of wolf or something. I don't know. I like the movie. The guy was there communicating with the wolves, and they suddenly all calm down. And I think we have that power. We have that power. We haven't been put here with all those animals to be eaten by them. That's not that. We are the consciousness of this plane. We are we're there to take care of them, first of all. I know some animals is still a wild animal, but me in my headspace, without the trauma that I am under, without just being nature, really going back to nature, I'm sure I can live with the animals, like Tarzan in the jungle. Like, you can become the nature, oh yeah, we're not here to be harmed by those animals. I feel that. Yeah, I went to the zoo once when I was young. I will never go back. You can just see in their eyes. Hurts too much. Me too. I went to Parc Safari once with my children, and I will never go back there. It hurts me too much. It hurts me too much to see those animals in captivity. It breaks my heart. It breaks my freaking heart. I was almost crying when I saw the lion in captivity. Even now, just talking about it, I get emotional. It's crazy what we do, but we have no compassion. We have no sense of reality. We cannot even sense what we eat, what we are, we're totally detached separated from ourselves at first. So how do you want to recognize yourself into a lion, into a giraffe, or a beaver, or everything is very divine. Everything has its purpose. Look at the beaver, what he does. Look at the beaver, what he does in the rivers and that. Yeah, he might make dams or something sometimes that creates problem, but they're there for a purpose. Everything has a purpose. Even a spider, even ant. The ant has a purpose. The bees have a major purpose. The bees were killing them all. If there's no bees, there's no more tomatoes, no more zucchinis, no more. You gotta become conscious of that. When you see a bee outside, don't kill it. It's not gonna stun you or something if you don't do nothing to it. It will probably land on you, yeah, but have a positive vibration and the emanate positive vibration, and they feel it. I'm sure we are in tune with everything around us. We're just completely gone astray. But to me, it's all these things are natural to think about. That especially if I'm outside in the summer and there's a bee roaming around and you hear it. First of all, you have the signal, you can hear it, and that makes me go like that. But you don't have to. You can move away. You hear it, just move away. Like they're not gonna. Don't go after it and kill it. Most people kill the bees, kill the other one. They gape. They gape des abeilles. You don't kill those. Let them live. Let them live. Like we are destroying everything. Everything we put our hands on, we destroy, and we're not even conscious that the bees are absolutely necessary to pollinize the flowers, so we have fruits. Hello, no bees, no fruits. So it's very like nature is very well organized, but we're hacking nature in a way that we're destroying everything collectively. So we're even emptying the oceans with nets. We're emptying the oceans with nets and trawlers and big freaking boats, while there's cops bothering a 10-year-old not to put the fishing rod in the water. The nonsense. It's crazy. And these guys should concentrate their effort on the people that do really do harm the plane, not the ones that do not, that are conscious. But this is an inverted world, and everybody is chatting with all of you is so good, because normally people think I'm weird. I realize that you are as weird as me, even weirder. That's good, Cindy. Yeah. Me, I talk about everything here. I'll bring everything. Like, this is what is good, YouTube. That's the only place where you guys too, you make me feel less, a lot less alone. Like sometimes I feel like a loner with my thoughts, that I can communicate with birds and trees and stones and stuff, and water. But to me, everything is related to each other. We are one. We are one big consciousness, and I sense this stuff very, very, very easily. It's normal. It's natural. But yeah, I like your comments, Cindy. That's great. Yeah, we are the normal ones. Yeah, exactly. I think so. I just think we are more in tune with nature than other people. Maybe that's what it is. I mean, I'm not saying that I have found all the answers and everything, but I'm just very in tune with vibrations, and I know it's a frequency and vibrational thing, and I know I cannot talk to the birds, but I can probably emit thoughts that they can catch or something. Come on, they have you should have seen the morning dove this morning. As I get closer to the door, she turns her head and she looks at me for like a good minute, looking at me. I know her eyes were staring at me. So they think something. They think these birds, for sure, they think, because they think of going from the wire to the gallery. So they have to think it. They have to do the action. They have to fly. So they think, for sure, they are a lot. I'm not saying that they're going to change the world, but maybe they're going to change the world by teaching us how to live. So maybe they're going to change the world. Maybe the animals around us are there to teach us a lot of things that we are not even capable to sense, because we're too distracted. It's all near distraction. We're distracted from a lot of stuff, and we're distracted from our inner purpose. Distracted away from our inner purpose, which is to awaken. But it's good to see that I thought I was gonna, but I don't really care what people think of what I talk about. I just come here and say what I have to say. Like, I'm not a weirdo. I just tell you I love the birds. I can communicate with the birds, but some people, maybe they find that weird, but not me. It's natural. Like, there's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about just by, what other people gonna think. But I come here for that on YouTube, to express myself. So I'm not gonna hold back. I never hold back on YouTube. I hold back in real life. I so shift in real life. Here on YouTube, I don't hold back on nothing. I just speak my mind, and it feels so good. It's the best, one of the best feeling I've had in my life. Yeah, yeah. It's a great experience. It's a great experience, and I'm good for it. I know I'm gonna become better. I'm a good communicator. I know I have that skill, but now it's just to go at it and every day, not improve on that skill, and I think I can. I can. I have the fire inside. I have the fire, the spirit, the warrior spirit, everything that's gonna bring me to bring not only me but you also to a higher state of bliss and consciousness and awareness. And I don't know, we're just very we're on a journey. Boom, wisdom is here. Yeah, yeah. Yes, and she grows an half acre of something to feed them. Best honey is from your own environment. Yeah, honey. Yeah, I love honey too. I love honey. Some people say it's not very good for you. It's but I don't know. To me, it has to have a purpose. I think it can cure a lot of stuff. They have found a lot of good stuff in honey, and yeah, there's different type of honey. You can pollinize different flowers, blueberry honey, even buckwheat. That's all. They have all their flavors too. I have a store here that has all kinds of honey, and yeah, I even have a place where they make honey wine. Yeah, they make wine with honey right here beside 5 minutes from here. It's the only place in Quebec they make wine with the honey, and it's called hydromel or something like that. I have a bottle. I'll bring it tomorrow. I'll show you. I'm not a big wine drinker, but once in a while, like stuff like that, I like to taste, especially the honey wine and stuff. Like I'm not totally like rigid with my habits. I don't drink. I don't drink alcohol. Like I drink one beer a week, maybe two a week. Like I like the taste of beer, but it's not. My focus is not on that. My focus is on staying focused. My focus is on staying focused. So if I start drinking my ass off with all kinds of alcohol, I'm going to lose my focus very fast. And this is why some people are unfocused, because of distraction and drugs and alcohol and stuff that come and interfere with their focus. Because the moment you starve your distractions, you starve all the stuff that holds you back, and you just focus on your stuff. Like I've had unfocused stage in my life where I was a bit more into distraction, but I realized that it's just starving them. Just starving your distraction and start focusing is a very, very good thing you can do. No? Here they have birch wine. Not my taste, but feels good. Feels good. Yeah. I drink maybe one beer every 3 months or more. Yeah, that's it. It's not my focus. Like I'm not a drinker, but if I go socially, I'm not with someone that has a glass of wine. I'm gonna have it. I'm not. I don't want to break. I'm not a vibe breaker. Like here on my own in my home, I don't drink. But a beer or two, maybe a week. That's it. But if I go out with someone, I'm not gonna break the vibe and look like the pure guy in the crowd. And oh no, I don't drink. No, I'm not like that. I melt myself, and I like to to melt myself into people. And also, that's how you. Like maybe I'm more conscious, more aware than other people, but I'm just like anybody, and I'm cut from the same cloth. I should not put myself on a pedestal, or nobody should do that. A man is just a man. A man is just a man, and I'm vulnerable like anybody. So it's just to admit your vulnerability and face life every day. I'm very vulnerable to come here for sure. It's very. It takes a lot of focus for sure, but. If you can't be humble and enough to admit to speak your mind, it's just to speak your mind. Stay humble and speak your mind. That's all. If I have more than one drink, then I get, yeah, me too. I don't like the feeling of alcohol. That's the thing. I don't like the feeling of alcohol. They get dizzy and lose my focus and stuff. I don't like the feeling. I like the taste of beer, but I don't like the feeling, so I stop very fast. After one, it's like I'm starting to feel it, especially that I don't drink often. So one is really, and I go on the Corona or something like that, the low alcohol beer. I'm not the guy that's going to go to the dépanneur and buy a 8% beer. No. There's people doing that daily. They go to the dépanneur and get their 8% beer, and like this is all stuff to take, and they know they put that there to take our focus away. They know alcohol is the destruction of mankind, and they know that. Why do you think it's legal? Why do you think alcohol is legal and marijuana is illegal? Like cannabis is illegal. Why? Because it's good for you. Because it's good for you, it's going to give you very clear thoughts. Look, I just smoked my spliff of sativa before I come here, and look how I've been talking to you. Do I look stoned out of my ass? Do I look stoned? Honestly, tell me. Do I? And I'm a stoner. Do I look stoned? No. No, because I smoke sativa. I don't smoke indica all day long. So that's very energizing. You have to know that stuff. But I was ignorant to that too. I was just taking the weed in the street and smoking it and having a good time with it. But once I discovered the different strain, the different, hybrid and sativa and indica and all that, educate yourself. And then I found my stuff, which is, I got that one recently. It's Alaska. It's from Med Relief. That's a sativa. It's a 80% sativa, 23.5 TH. So that's pretty high in TH, but it's 80% sativa. So you get a very uplifting mood with that. Look at me. That's what I just smoked before I come here. So, but I get it medicinal also. It's all medical grade because it's very different. It's very different than what you get in the street. So go medical grade for sure. High grade. Yeah. So, guys, I'm out. And I go over the top after 2 beers. Yeah, it's so bad for me. I'm already naturally intense. Me too. I'm so intense. That's the thing. I'm so intense. If you give me alcohol, I'll lose myself. Look, come on. So, no, that's it. You have to stay focused. Stay focused. Keep your warrior spirit. Never mind the bad stuff of Babylon. Stay away from Babylon evil. Yeah, stay away from Babylon evil. You're such a wonderful people. Yeah, we're all beautiful and wonderful. So rise and shine. Yeah, rise and grind, rise and shine, and everything rise and love. He's out. He'll be back another now. Yeah, usually it's 7:00 in the morning. That's the now. But I like to just say another now because they're all now moment. There's not many moments. The moments or time or it's not stuff we experience. The only thing I can experience is this right now. That's the experience in the now. But other than that, you cannot experience time. We have time as we're friends, but can you experience a week? No, you cannot. You can experience it in the now, each and every moment in the now, but you cannot say, I have an experience with time or have an experience with, it's just nonsense. So stay in the now. Stay in the now, rise and shine in the now, make everything, everything is possible once you become very in tune with the now. All the possibilities are there. The opportunities. You can access the future through the now. Also, if you like the future, you can access it through the now. So by taking action. So he's out. Rise and shine.